Hello Cancer Rising, I'm Birdie Galaxy. Welcome to the Lunatic Fringe. This is your January 2024 horoscope. My horoscopes are written from the rising sign perspective, which most are. So if you are a Cancer Rising, this is for you. If you are a Cancer Sun, you will get a much more in-depth read if you watch your rising sign. So for Cancer Rising, if you would like to know what January brings for you, stay tuned. Okay, Cancer, we start out the month with Mercury in Sagittarius in your 6th house. Your 6th house, or the 6th house, is the house of work, daily activities. It's the house of health and habits. This is where we find service to others as well as just our mundane daily tasks. So Mercury has been retrograde in Sagittarius in your 6th house, bringing this energy of reassessment, reevaluation, realignment. Now Mercury has moved direct. On the 1st of the month, Mercury moves direct. So that energy coming out in your 6th house, it's really bringing out a period of clearer communication, of more practical thinking, especially regarding your health, your daily activities, daily schedules, daily habits or routines, and any kind of work situation that may need some improvement in the area of communication and intellectual ideas or pursuits. So on January 4th, we have Mars, or the Tower, moving into Capricorn, where the Sun has been since mid-December. Mars is the energy of upheaval, but it might bring crisis as well. But in general, the idea behind it, or the energy behind it, is for the purpose of revelation. Mars reveals things to us. So with Mars coming into this 7th house with the Sun in Capricorn, this is your house of relationships, of unions, of partnerships. This can be a personal partnership or relationship, or it can even be a business partnership or relationship. So Mars moving into this 7th house is bringing out a determined and a strategic approach to your partnerships. This is emphasizing ambition and practicality within your relationships. The Mars Tower is revealing the need to be a little more practical when it comes to how you deal with the person that you have a one-on-one union or partnership with. Now on January 11th, the Moon, or the High Priestess, is also in Capricorn along with the Sun and Mars. And with the Sun and the Moon together, this is a new moon. New moons bring us an opportunity, a new time to start something fresh, start something new, give it a whole other try. So this new moon in Capricorn in your 7th house is bringing a focus on building a stable and an enduring partnership with an emphasis on practicality as well as long-term stamina. This is bringing out your commitment within this relationship. The Capricorn is represented by the devil, and this really brings out our structured and disciplined and very task-oriented nature. Now on the 13th of the month, Mercury, which we had here in Sagittarius, is also moving into Capricorn along with all these other planets. So there's a whole lot going on here in your 7th house, or your house of relationships. There's a lot. The spotlight of both the Sun and the Moon are being shown on your relationships or your partnerships or your unions. You have communication going on there with Mercury, and there's a lot of action and energy happening there with Mars. Now with Mercury coming into this area, into this party, this is really bringing out a more pragmatic and a more strategic approach to your communication within these partnerships. This is emphasizing the need for grounded and practical communication in this partnership or in this relationship. Now on January 20th, the Sun is going to move on into Aquarius, making a little bit of room here in Capricorn. The Sun moving into Aquarius puts it in your 8th house. The 8th house is the house of transformation, personal transformation, of diving deep into your psyche. It's also the house of shared resources with a partner or with family members or with others. It is also the house of intimacy and intimate relationships. So the 7th house is the partnership. The 8th house is taking it to a much more intimate level, either through physical intimacy, sex, or through financial sharing of financial resources, sharing of other resources. Now, this is also a house of power. This can really bring out, with the sun moving into your 8th house in Aquarius. Aquarius is a very unique and innovative sign. This can really bring out some transformative and unconventional approaches to your shared resources, to your intimate relationships, and to your own personal psyche and the mysteries of who you are and what is within your deep psychological mind. On the 23rd of the month, Venus, or the Empress, this is the energy of abundance, of fertility and nurturing, is also moving into this Capricorn party in your 7th house, or your house of relationships. So Venus rules love, value, worth, our self-worth, our money, our possessions. Venus entering into Capricorn in the 7th house is also bringing out that pragmatic approach. Capricorn is very pragmatic. So you, as a Cancer rising, your approach to relationships is naturally very disciplined and pragmatic, very practical, very down to earth. Capricorn is an earth sign, so you have a very grounded relationship energy. So the Venus moving in here, adding the Venusian energy to this party, is also emphasizing that you value stability and long-term longevity within your relationships. You really value having mutual success within these shared resources, and it's really important to you and your self-worth to have this communication, this open intellectual communication within this relationship and about these shared resources. Now, on the 25th of the month, the moon will have moved on into Leo. And Leo, Cancer, for you is your 2nd house. The 2nd house is the house of possessions, resources, finances, money, as well as how you value yourself or your self-worth. So the full moon is when the moon and the sun are in opposition to each other. So no longer are they working together, harmonizing in the same sign. They are now opposite of each other, and that energy can pull apart or can create a separation. So full moons generally emphasize for us, they highlight the 2 areas in life where we need to find some balance. So here we have the sun in your 8th house, the house of shared resources, and then we have the moon in the 2nd house, which is the house of your personal resources. This is your own non-shared personal resources. So maybe there is some balance that needs to take place between your own money, your own value, your own possessions, and something that you share with a partner, perhaps. This moons carry emotion. So wherever we have a full moon or a new moon, there's always a lot of emotion involved in that. So this full moon in your 2nd house can really bring out a heightened emotional connection to your self-worth, to your personal values. This can potentially highlight a desire for recognition of your creative pursuits. With Leo being your 2nd house, you tend to have a dramatic, creative, or expressive flair to how you are self-sufficient, to how you make money. So this is really emphasizing the need for recognition and for career expression within these areas relating to your personal resources and your personal possessions or value or self-worth. Now lastly, Cancer, on the 26th of the month, we have Uranus, or the Fool. This is the energy of innocence and spontaneity. Uranus is moving into Taurus. Taurus is your 11th house. This is the house of community or collaborative groups or projects. So Uranus moving direct is ushering in a period of innovative and transformative energies influencing your social circles, your group dynamics, and any kind of collaborative or collective effort in your life. So, Cancer Rising, thank you for watching to the end. If you want to find out what February has in store for you, please subscribe, and I will see you next month. Thanks for watching. Bye.